Okay guys, this is it. Desmond's Fate. I already did all the free sockets as I got them during the game in present time, so the bridge is already ready for me. I can just go right in and open it. Let's do this. Sorry guys, I gotta take a shit. Can we be right back? You're right, let's go. If only Lucy was here. Oh wait, no, she's tempted. We can't. Nope. Not her, sorry. Hurry the fuck up. Oh fuck you guys, I'm going myself. This is it.
Moment of truth.
Yup. I bet you Ubisoft made this entire game, and then right now as they were making the scene, they're like, actually, let's come up with a true ending, shall we? And then they just came up with it on the spot, and then they sold the game. Dumbasses have to cover their eyes. Oh no, they'll have to do it now. Desmond's dad didn't have to because he's fucking boss. Even though he got captured by Templars earlier, but whatever. You would think only Desmond would be allowed to go inside. I thought that's what it would be like. Ah, there we go. I was about to say, if this was me, I would run.
Yes. Come.
Ew.
Here. At last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait!
Whoa.
Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You. But how? You left. You destroyed the device.
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release. I will explain.
Well, hurry up.
But we worked to save the world. She sought instead to conquer it. She used our machines to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence. To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, we put a stop to it. And then we left. But first we called to you, that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond.
What the fuck?
Only to survive.
She's lying. Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved.
Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it. Is that so?
What the fuck is going on?
Then
But he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
Here we go.
if you heed Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the skies. All the world will burn. But this does not end the world, merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more. And as the world heals, so too will humanity. But you are just a man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory. A legacy. You will be remembered first as a hero, later as a legend, and in time as a god. It is the cruelest fate to have written words that meant well and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better?
I'm fucking confused.
She would sacrifice you, sacrifice the world, for no other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom?
What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it.
Our gift to them, and you'd see it all return.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva. The decision's made.
Oh, he's gonna sacrifice himself for the
consequences
world.
of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can. Come with us. We'll find another way. There isn't time. Son. You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
To be honest, I kind of saw this coming. My dick is gone! No!
It's some sort of global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts seems to be receding. Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being reported, but nothing approaching earlier levels. Obviously, it will be a while before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage caused by today's event. But it appears the worst is behind us. We'll be sure to bring you more as this story develops.
Whoa.
It's done. The world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond. But now it's time that I played mine.
Oh boy. So, don't we get a bit more of an explanation as to what happened? I guess that's it. Okay, guys, that's Assassin's Creed 3. I'm still going to do the epilogue mission, so this isn't the very end, but, yeah, what are my thoughts on the game? Let me just check something. Okay. It's only 10 minutes into it. So, what are my thoughts on Assassin's Creed 3? I will do a review. I know I've said this for a lot of games. I never ended up doing a review. I might still do a review. I'm still want to do a review for Max Payne 3. I'm going to do like an ultimate review. Like a 40-minute long review detailing everything about the game. But right now, what is my feelings towards Assassin's Creed 3? At least the single player anyway. My quick review that I give during the credits. I will give a full review later in a separate video, the Assassin's Creed 3 review, whatever. But, yeah. So, story. Yes, I did mention multiple times during this playthrough that the pacing is not for everyone. I've had friends who say they hate what's his name, Haytham. They hate playing this in for 3 sequences. I agree 3 sequences was way too much. 1, okay, yeah, fine. 2, pushing it a little bit. 3, fucking ridiculous. Okay, we're not going to spend... We're not going to spend 3 sequences, 1/4 of the whole game's story, playing as Haytham. But hey, it happened. I'm not too pissed about it, but like I'm saying, the pacing is not for everyone. That goes for the rest of the game as well. People might be a little pissed off it takes 2 or 3 sequences after Haytham to just get Connor to be an actual assassin. Like, he's just a kid up until that point. The rest of the pacing's fine. I heard the ending was quite rushed. I honestly think well, not Desmond's, I mean Connor's side of the story. I don't think that was rushed too much. Desmond's side of the story, yeah. That was kind of like a huge build-up over 5 games, and it just led to that, yeah. I heard a lot of people disappointed with the ending. I was pretty disappointed as well, to be honest. I was kind of confused. I wanted more bang for my buck on the ending. I spent 5 games... 3 years now, because I first played Assassin's Creed in March 2010. I remember that. It was one of my first games I got when I got a PS3 in Christmas 2009. I got a few games. I got GTA 4. I got a couple of shit games, you know, because I didn't really know how powerful the PS3 was at the time. I would have got games like Uncharted if I knew back at that time. Instead, it took me almost a year to get Uncharted. Well, I might stab myself for that after the credits, but regardless, yeah, Assassin's Creed was one of the first games I got when I got a PS3, March 2010. So it's been 2.5 years. The games have been going on for 5 years now. 5 games, 5 years. Wait. Doesn't make much sense. It would only make sense if there was a game per year. So there was no game in 2008. Oh no, it's 6 years in the making. Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. 6 years in the making of games, 2.5 years for me, 5 games, and it led to that ending. Pretty disappointing. Regardless, I thought the story, you know, Connor's story was excellent, although the pacing has quite a few issues and is definitely not for everyone. Desmond's story, obviously it just continues Desmond's story, but the ending was quite disappointing. Gameplay-wise, I feel like they've done basic with Max Payne 3, okay? I'm going to compare this game to Max Payne 3 a lot because those two are very similar in terms of its flaws and its you know, pros, pretty much, its pros and cons. Plus they're both like equal for Game of the Year this year, I have to admit. But in Max Payne 3, they had to find a very equal amount of old and new because Max Payne 1 and 2 are like 10 years old now, so they're 11 and 9 years old, the games. But so yeah, they had to figure out a way to make it like a new kind of shooter, but at the same time, you know, make it feel like an old Max Payne game. I feel like they did it perfectly, a perfect mix of old and new. I kind of feel like this in the game. I kind of feel like this for Assassin's Creed 3 because Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, are very similar in terms of gameplay and setting and all of that. It's definitely been changed, very revamped. The controls are different, the animations are really cool and different, the combat's different, look is different, the characters and the settings and all of that is different. It all just feels different as you're going around the gameplay. It's really cool. I feel like they've done great things with the changes to the gameplay. But yeah, at the same time, if you're familiar with Assassin's Creed, you're going to jump into this fairly easily. I've actually read people's comments saying that it took them a bit of time to jump into this. I'm like, what are you talking about? I jumped into this fairly easy. I barely even noticed the change in controls until the game actually pointed it out. And I was like, oh yeah, they do feel a bit different now that I think about it. But, yeah, anyway, so... But yeah, I feel like the gameplay is very good for, a sequel. Assassin's Creed 3 is a true sequel to 2, Brotherhood of Revelations. So, yeah, I'm glad they did what they did with the gameplay. In terms of flaws, I don't know, I can't really think of many flaws. I mean, yeah, they could have perfected it a lot more. And, I don't know where to place glitches. Should I place glitches in story or gameplay? I guess they'll work more for gameplay, okay? Because glitches don't really have anything to do with the story, unless it's a story plot hole. That's not really a glitch. Gameplay, yeah, glitches is part of the gameplay. Yeah, very glitchy, I have to admit, very glitchy. I ran into tons of glitches. I saw Connor get a haircut instantly. No, I'm not talking about the ending. I'm talking about like halfway through. Ooh, voice actors. Norrin Watts was Connor. That's strange. French. That's funny. But, yeah, very glitchy game, I have to admit. There's one point, like, halfway through the game where Connor's hood is off for some reason. It shouldn't be off, but it is. And, yeah, you kind of see what his hair looks like when the hood's on. Because he has, like, a lot of hair, they don't want to get it in the way. They actually give him, like, a big haircut, so he's kind of got, like, trimmed hair. And you don't see it until that glitch happens, and it's hilarious. Looks like Connor got a haircut. It's not as funny as it sounds anymore, because he actually does get a haircut in the game, but... oh well. So yeah, great gameplay, really did do the right improvements, just very glitchy shit. Environment/sound, obviously, huge difference because it's now in America, during the American Revolution. Looks astounding, the graphics are fantastic. The setting is just fucking phenomenal. You just look at it, you're like, this is amazing, this is so cool. That's all I can say, the environment and even the sound. I'm sure some of the voice acting for the modern day characters, I have to say, I think it's not that great. Sure, Nolan North is a fucking gaming voice god. He does Drake. He fucking does everyone, really. That's the only thing I said Drake, but because I love Uncharted. But you get the picture, like, Nolan North's fucking everywhere, okay? And I have to say, it's kind of strange. He doesn't do that great of a job in Assassin's Creed. I've noticed that. I mean, he gives it his best. This is that, the developers don't really try with the modern day people. They focus more on the animus side of the game. And yes, if they're going to focus on one or the other, I definitely prefer the one they chose. But they didn't really do, they didn't really focus on the modern day that much, which kind of led to just not that great voice acting. Just not that great to look at. I enjoy the modern day sequences. I really like seeing where Desmond goes and all of that. But yeah, just, I don't know, the voice acting's not that great. Compared to, the inside the Animus, the American Revolution, the acting's fantastic. Everything looks great in that. Okay, so replay value. Yes, there are quite a lot of missions to do. As you see, I took my time with this playthrough. I literally made hundreds of parts in this playthrough. Yeah, I'm only 50% into the game. Actually, where's my trophy for opening the door? Shouldn't I have got that by now? Or maybe it's just after the credits. But anyway, there's a lot of replay value. There's a lot of shit to do. The naval missions are really fun. I don't really get into them that much, but yeah, they're really cool. They look amazing. The liberation missions is kind of like just you going around, going by district, making everything good, and it's still fun at the same time, A little. People can get turned off by that, but I'm a guy who doesn't get turned off very easily by certain things. Unless it's like a giant dick or something, then I'm like, ugh. Ugh. So, regardless. there's a lot of shit to do in this game. Homestead missions are pretty fun. The clubs and the collectibles, all that kind of stuff, is very minuscule compared to the actual mission-based side quest and all of that. So I have to say, good job Ubisoft for focusing on those side missions, those extra stuff, the naval missions, all of that, and making the collecting stuff a lot more minuscule, a lot less important. So, you know, because that's the stuff we don't really care about in comparison to the other side content, the other replay value. So good for you, Ubisoft, you did that. And yeah, so I can't review the multiplayer obviously just yet. So overall, I think despite bad pacing and bad glitches, a bit of bad voice acting for modern day, although that's usually the case, I have to admit, for most of the time. The ending was a disappointment. They had this huge lead up over 5 games, and it's just the ending just ugh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was really disappointed with that ending. And if they're going to do like another Mass Effect 3 thing, they're going to add to the ending. Oh god. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I want to see an actual proper ending. I just do not feel like that was a real proper ending because we don't see what ended up happening. We really don't see what ended up happening. Desmond died, but that was it. We didn't see what happened to the world. Because we can't really take their word for what they're saying. The guy, the news reporter, said we've seen the worst of it, which makes us think, okay, maybe the Earth's going to be safe. But we don't know that. We have no idea. Maybe they really do all blow up and die. I don't know. Ubisoft, you really need to explain yourself for the ending. Besides those little hiccups, a bad ending, pretty bad glitches, decent voice acting but not that great in modern days, and pretty bad pacing for certain people, and pacing's not for everyone. Besides that, you made a fucking excellent game, okay? And even though you worked on this game for like 3 years, another few months could have done you good, okay? Just working on the pacing a little. I know you're trying to be historically accurate a bit more, believe it or not. Yes, that is what they're doing. I know it has to fit that certain timeline, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not the game developer, they are. If they could work a way to make it historically accurate in terms of timing of when shit happened, and make the pacing good at the same time, then props to them. But it just didn't happen with this, and that's got to be a minor complaint. I'm sorry. Glitches, yeah, they could have fixed that in a couple of months. I'm surprised they didn't run into half the glitches we saw. Or I saw, anyway. And, yeah, the ending. They really should have spent more time on the ending. It was so cheap. Who wrote that ending? I want to punch that guy a couple of times. Such a bad, disappointing ending. Oh well. At least I can go online, see people's chat, see what they have to say. Maybe I could get more info on the ending from them. If they have something more to say, maybe they understood stuff that I didn't. But, I don't know. Does the ending pause? I don't think it pauses. No, it doesn't pause. Oh well.